Hello everyone, welcome to TUTORIEX, and in this video I'll create a simple to-do app using Next.js, TypeScript and Tailwind CSS. So why using TypeScript, not JavaScript, right? Because TypeScript gives you TypeScript is basically the superset of JavaScript, and in TypeScript you can statically define the types of any variables, any function. You can define interfaces, and we don't have to go on the depth right now. Just know that when you are using TypeScript and developing an app, writing codes, you can get that error that time only, like development time. You can get the errors whatever you are making a mistakes or something. In JavaScript you don't have that, you face error in runtime, so better face error in development, right? So that's the main reason actually, and there are so many reasons also. And Tailwind CSS, because it's just easy to write. You can make a responsive, cool, modern looking design using this Tailwind CSS, and you don't have to write so much of custom CSS code. You just write the utility classes and your design is ready and responsive. So let's first create a folder. Folder will be to-do app next, and let's open the folder in VS Code. You can use any ID you want. I'll use VS Code, and in VS Code you can see to-do app next. I'll open a new terminal. I'll open terminal is loading. Let's wait 2 seconds. 1, 2. My laptop is slow, I know. Simple command npx create next app latest, and I'll create it inside this folder. So just dot, let it run. Okay to proceed, of course. Would you like to use TypeScript? Yes. Would you like to use ESLint? No. Tailwind CSS? Yes. SSC directory? Okay. App router? We don't have any use right now, but I'll just keep it default. Yes. No, just set everything to default and create your next step, and it's that easy. If you are creating React app, you have to have your tsconfig set up. For TypeScript, you have to set up your Tailwind CSS, like you have to go to the docs, you have to do some installing, you have to change, copy, paste something. In next step everything is there. You just press whatever, yes, no, would you like TypeScript, would you like Tailwind. You just choose the options and you just create a next step. It's that easy. So we'll just wait for all the packages to load. So after few years we can see all the packages are loaded, and we can check the package.json file. You can see to-do app next version 0.1, and here is your scripts, development scripts, build script, start script, right there. So we'll start development server. It will open on port 3000. Here we have to again wait for a few years. Oh no, it started. So we'll open that. I'll keep this page here. Yeah, so it's still compiling. Let's give it time. So by the time it's loading the page, let's open Tailwind CSS. Tailwind CSS is pretty easy. You can use anything you want, like you just have to write the class names and your design is there. It's that easy. So you can explore colors, spacing, see all those colors that are inbuilt, spacing, presets. You can explore this Tailwind CSS docs. If you just read it once or twice and try to practice it, it will be easy. You'll just remember the classes. You'll not even know it. You don't have to even browse the docs. You'll just remember the classes. It's that easy. So you can see our next step is ready, and this is the by default template here. Let's remove that. So this is base.tsx, and here we have to make the changes. Let's first remove all the garbage here. I'll just remove everything, minimize it, and boom, delete. Create a div, give some class name text for Excel hello world. Save, and let's check on our app. Hello world, and Tailwind CSS is working. You can see the large text here. Let's now go on with our to-do app. For that, I'll go on the SSC folder and create a folder called components, and here we'll store all our components. Building to-do app is basically very easy. It will take just a few minutes, and I'll explain all the steps. One more thing you have to know, in Next.js there is a concept of server-side rendering. So by default, all the pages that we are going to create, it will be for server side. And to-do app, you have to interact with that app. You have to click that checkbox, maybe delete that to-do, add some to-do. So you have to interact with that page. So it can't be server side, it will be a client side. So you don't have to have a good idea of client side, server side. Just remember that we're going to interact with the page. Just write a little thing here, use client, and that will make it client side. You can study more about it in Next.js documentation. So that's it. I'll create a state variable. Let's not do it here, let's just keep it blank for now. I'll go inside components, create a new file, header.tsx, and RAFCE. This is the shortcut you can use to create a component. I'll write header, and another file is to-do.tsx. Let me make it rename it capital H, capital H and capital H. But remember the client and server concept, right? We'll use it inside header and to-do. So inside page.tsx, I just kept it blank. Now I'll import this component. Sorry about my typing. Import header and import the to-do from, why is not okay? Because it's blank, that's why I can't import it here. So to do, okay, so let's just import both here. Yes, first let's create a div header to do and close the div. Okay, so first step is done. I just created two components, header and to do, and I imported it inside our page.tsx and I just rendered it. So let's see, header and to do. That's really good. In header, let's just do some styling. So we'll have a class name, width will be full, bg we'll make it dark theme. Okay, what you say? We'll make it dark theme. So bg, let's do gray 800. Let's make it flex. You just go to Tailwind docs and just read about it. You'll just remember stuff, what this all stuff do. Even you can hover and you can see what's happening. So I'll just do it fast. So let's see. So to-do app and my GitHub. Instead of GitHub, let's give it an icon. So best way to give an icon is use React icons. that's what I use. I'll copy this. Okay, copy this one. I'll import it here. I have to install React icons. So it is second npm install React. I really like don't have to do it, but you see I just want that GitHub icon, that's it. It's not necessary, so let it download, then move on to our to-dos. So in to-do, what we'll have an input and we'll have the to-dos rendered here, right? So our header, right? So React icons, you see it's installed, so I'll just have that icon here. href. And I'll have the GitHub icon and close it. Okay, so that was cool. I'll restart the server. So yeah, there is a small icon here, you can see, you can click and go to my GitHub. So yeah, icon is there. Let's move on to our to-do app. We'll go on the styling part later. So inside page.tsx, it's an error. Okay, this will be capital. Oops, this will be capital, and that solves the issue. Let's move on to our to-do part. So our to-do app will be client side, so I'll use client. That's it, because we'll interact with the to-do app, we'll have checkbox buttons and stuff. So let's import use state and use effect hooks from React. What will our to-dos be? Our to-dos will be a list, right? So it will be a list of to-dos array. So let's define, this is TypeScript, right? To-dos, it will have a ID, it will have a title, and it will have a checkbox if it's completed or not. Here you can define interfaces, so you can't just add something else other than ID, title, and completed. So this is what is the beauty of TypeScript. So your to-dos are defined here. Now here, first let's just make it each full. Okay, no, that's done. Let's, yep, all the errors are gone. Let's see, add to do, and there's nothing to be displayed. So let's make the style a little bit better and add some functionalities. Okay, so have another state variable, const to do name, and set to do name, that will be a string. In our input type text, on change, it will be take an event, set to do name will be e dot target dot value, and its value will be to do name. Okay, that one. So let's make it a text area. Okay, and title, yep, text area. We don't need this. Yep, so there we go. If you click that button on click, you just run a function that will be add to do. Let's write that function, add to do's. This will just add it. Okay, and add a new to do, and it will set to do's with the previous to do's and new to do. To do name will be blank, and that's it with the add to do's. And when you add a to do, it will display here. And in delete button will also have on click delete to do. And let's write that delete to do function also, const delete to do. That will take the ID of the to do and filter the to do out. So we have to pass the ID of the to do, to do.id, right? To do.id, and it's not gonna take a void, so let's just make it an arrow function and put it inside it. And it's saying all the issue is vanished. So add and delete function is there. Now I have to have that check uncheck. So go oops, the text is white. So here we'll have to have go to college. Okay, go to college not completed, delete. So, and delete should work also. Yep. So our functionality is done and the UI is messed up. So let's try to do something about that. Okay, and one more thing, did you notice that when we are refreshing the page, the to do is vanishing, right? So we don't want that. What we'll do, we'll save the to do's data in local storage. For that I'll have use effect hooks, so when the page runs, it will load all the to do's from local storage whenever we update. So let's, whenever we're setting to do's, new to do's, let's save it on local storage also. So now if we go here and you check the to do and refresh the page, it's still there. So whatever we are doing with any to do, we are saving it to local storage, so it doesn't disappear, the changes. So let's now, I think the functionality is done. Now only thing left is the styling. That looks pretty bad, so let's just improve the styling a little bit and we'll be done. Yep. If it's to do completed, make the title strike through. So we'll have a conditional styling here. Text SM font semi bold, and we'll have a conditional styling that will be if to do dot completed. If the to do is completed, text will be strike through. What is it? So if you forget any of the Tailwind classes, you can always come here and search for what you are looking for. I guess this will be pretty simple. Font, text color, text decoration, it should be there. Underline, no, I want line through. So this is what I was looking for. So I'll go here and have if to do is completed, line through. If nothing, just nothing. Okay, there will be a colon, and this is done. I'll format the code and go to my website, the to do. Yep. So if you see, let's make it bigger. It's like so small. Text Excel here. to-do list is done, and this is really working to-do list. So let's recap once. First we started with page.tsx. Here I imported header file and to-do file. So let's go inside our header file. Header file has nothing, just a to-do app, and then there is a icon that is imported from React icons, and it's referring to my GitHub account, and there is this to-do. This is a client side component. Client side means where we can interact with that component, and we defined an interface after that will contain an ID, title, and if the to-do is completed or not. Then I created two state variable, that is to-dos, that's an array of to-dos, and there is a to-do name that will be string. And then first, when we are loading the page, we are loading the to-dos from local storage, so that whenever we make any changes to the to-dos, it doesn't just disappear when we load the page or something. Then we are adding the to-dos. This is function for adding to-dos, this is function for deleting to-dos, this is function for checking and unchecking the to-dos. So yeah, that's it. And this is just styling. You can go through the whole code. I'll push it in my GitHub, and that's it for this video. And this was very simple project, like to-do list, right? And let's go on with some more complex project in the future. So make sure to subscribe my channel and share this video if you are just getting started with simple Next.js, TypeScript, and Tailwind CSS and stuff. And for Tailwind CSS, follow the Tailwind CSS docs. For anything, for when you're learning any technology, just follow the docs. That's the best thing there is. Use Google. Whenever you are stuck, use Google, and there is ChatGPT also. So use whatever tools available to you for the making your code better. And that's it for this video. See you on the next video. Bye bye.